Right, good afternoon. Finally got back out into detecting mode after my car, the thermostat had failed, so it was overboiling for that reason. Thank God it wasn't anything more serious, but still a bugger of a job to get the thing out because it's inaccessible and my range of tools was quite limited. But I've got 40 acres. I got this at short notice this morning. I can see that there are going to be problems because of the power lines there. But the Vanquish is very, very good at suppressing interference. You turn it off and then on again, and that tries to find the best wavelength, bearing in mind the interference. I'd looked at this field a couple of weeks back because I'd seen pottery and iron slag, so those two things are indicators that there might be potential something going on up the back there. And it wraps around a wood of 5 acres, so it's about 50, I think it's about 40 acres plus, or 45 acres plus 5 acres. Used to be 8 or 9 fields, and I've looked at the 1880s map, and it shows that from this corner of the wood here, one of the field divides ran out into the field across here, so that's where I'm going to start basically. So wish me luck. This is the last good afternoon, I think, before the weather closes in. I might be joined by one of my friends, but it depends on availability. I'll see you on the first. So I'll head out to where the fence line was, which is here, originally 100 or so years ago. Feels like an age, 6 weeks or 4 weeks since I last detected. See, there's something down there. Pottery? No. This stuff lime, it absorbs water like crazy. So I don't want to touch that too much. There's quite a lot of it on the surface. Double dinger, it's near the surface, or it's large and deep, one or the other. 19. Yeah, being close to the surface, it's probably not going to be anything great. You can see. Right, it's in my hand. Oh, hole number 1, a coin. Very nice start. Hopefully it's not downhill from now on. What have we got? I haven't got my gloves, never mind. Um, 1897. Victoria Bunhead. Oh wow, that's a good start. Didn't think I'd start with a coin, but there we go. There we are, hole number 1, 1897. Victoria Bunhead penny. Alright, hole number 2, very similar sounding signal. Saying it's shallow again, 18. Could this be another Victoria penny? Very clear signal. As I say, I'm following the fence line at the moment. It's gone up, the signal, the tone's gone up to 39. Not quite so promising. Could be that thing there. Alright, it's down here. What is it going to be? Wood. Oh! Well, number 2 is a button. Looks like a Victorian button. Yeah, so we're doing well. 2 holes, Victoria penny and a button. Can't make anything out on it. Bit of gilding on the back. I'd say that's Victorian. Right, dug 2 holes, it's 111. Right, hole number 3, 14. Mid-tone, a bit deeper, 70% on the scale. Deeper or larger. I do like these sort of numbers, especially if they're compact, but alright, it's going a bit iffy. It's going to all metal. I think it's swung around, whatever it is, so scoop some out. Oh, there it is. You can see it already. Part of a buckle, I think. Oh, very nice. This is incredible, this field. It's got some age to it too, I think. Oh, decorative buckle. That's got to be 17th century, I think, or 18th at the latest. Yeah, so hole number 3 has produced this, a decorative buckle. That's got to be 18th or 17th century at the latest, don't you think? Or broken buckle. Good sign. Right, quite a distinct 9. Fairly low tone. Got a bit of depth to it, I think. Unless it's large. Compact, so disappeared, so it might be something small, not so deep. It's swung round, that's what's happened. There you go, you see? Something small that swung round. What's it going to be? Is it a bullet? Something really small. Alright, it's in my hand. I reckon it's tiny. Right, where are you? Wait for it to tune in. Right. It's still in my hand. Even the pinpoint is struggling. What we got? I don't think it's anything to write home about. Yeah, something corroded to buggery. It's just a copper alloy, but it's absolutely gone. I cannot see a thing on that. We'll look at it later. Dirty great piece of lime there amongst all the sprinklings. Gosh, I don't want to hold that for too long. Dry your hands out. Right, 14. Listen. 75% on the depth stakes. See if we can get it out quickly. Sure if it's there. Oh, maybe rolled around, turned around. Right, saying it's there. If that indeed was it. Right, in my hand. What is that? Right, it's some sort of, I don't know, a joint, but I don't know. Curious thing. It's quite light, so I think it's got, is that plastic or glass attached to it? Yeah, it looks like one of those things that a tube attached to. Yeah, it's got something glass on the end of it, I think. Glass passing through it. As I say, if you know, post below. This time I've got two signals, excuse the wind noise. Got an 11 there, and a 19 over there. So I'll come back to you on that one. Right, the 11 is here. Somewhere. Just flicked it out. What have we got? Oh, baton. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Peter Button, I think. Or yeah, something like a button or decorative. Right, so not a coin. They did definitely sound like coins, but again, if you know, post below. Right, the other one's a bugger. It's too deep. It sounds like iron. There's another piece of iron that came out of the hole there. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's iron. Alright, nice bottle stopper by my feet there, just sticking out. Take that home. It's complete, it's not damaged. Alright, nice 17. 30% on a depth stakes. Right, I think this is a draw handle. Correct me if I'm wrong. So probably 100 years old, that sort of age. Well, that one's not me. That's an animal. It's not a detectorist. Right, a 20. It's on the surface somewhere. Somewhere on the surface, or close to the surface. Right there. What is that? Something modern, I think. Holes drilled in it. Right, this is a 16. I think I can see it. Come out of this hole here. Oh. I think we might have ourselves a lead token there, quite nice. Yeah, I'm not sure which type at this point, but it's got, I think that's a lead token rather than a button. 19 or 20 on the 50% on the depth stakes. I think that's something quite big. Could be a coin. Might be gone. Alright, it's in my hand. Coin. Very thin. I think that's a farthing of some description. Can't see anything on it at all, unfortunately. Or it may be a button, sadly, because I can see something that looks like a shank in the middle. This is the slag that's around a certain area of the field. So there's either an iron furnace near here, or it's been used to reinforce the road at some point. Often think of Roman reinforcement, but not really sure. Fine slag. Right, having a lot of surface finds. This one's a 14. It was on the surface. You can see the depth of the hole there. In my hand. Oh no, it's just a cover for a button or something. Yeah. Thin sheet metal doodah. Right, 23 out of this hole here. Can't immediately see anything. Another piece of lead. A little area of lead pieces. Blobs of lead. I don't see anything on them, unfortunately. But that's a good sign though. Another bit of lead. Another 11 out of this hole in the vicinity of those blobs of lead. See something circular. Oh, lead token, I think. H. Well, that's a very clear H. So post-medieval farm token, 18th century farm token. That's nice, actually. After digging all those bits of rubbish, I'll show you clearer now. Another little blob of lead. Alright, this is a 16 or 17. I don't know if you can hear that. Got the Bluetooth on. It was a bit of a rough old signal, to be fair. And that's a rivet, I think. Bugger. It's the end of a tack. So hoping that'd be a small hammered coin. Really nice sounding 19. Near to that piece of lead. What's it going to be? Oh, it's a musket ball, I think. Yep. Musket ball. Let's hit something. A flat side on it. Right near to that piece of bronze, I found a piece of lead. And sticking out of the ground there, this looks like a button or a coin. I don't know if you can see it. It's going to be. That's a coin, I think. Absolutely toasted, unfortunately. Probably a farthing. Right, a really nice 19. What's in there? It's fallen out. Right. It's a button. Another plain Victorian button. Something that's a 14. Sticking out of the ground there. Don't know if you can see it. Something circular. Oh, it's a button, another plain button. Victorian, I suspect, or even 19th, 20th century. Right, I had an 18 here. As you can see, not very deep. I think we've got a musket ball. Yeah, musket ball, brown bass. Or larger, don't know, I think that's a brown bass. Right, 19 in this little lot. Must be small. Oh, there it is. Oh, another Victorian button. Gilded button. There we go. It's got a fair bit of gilding left on it. 17. I suspect this is another button. Lots of buttons around the place. How is it there? I found this, a piece like this, alongside fairly ancient things previously, so don't know, could be very old. Right, I have to make this one the last, so it's now 5:03, so this was a 22, that's in here. Ooh, oh my god, it's a silver coin, or was it a button? No, it's a silver. Oh dear, maybe I ought to carry on. Oh my god. I think that's a George. Yeah, George III, bullhead, silver sixpence. Right, a quick roundup. About 45 targets were dug. These things were found on the surface with my eyes, so two clay pipe stems, bits of iron slag. That's interesting because it suggests there was a furnace nearby here, but I've looked on the Weald Nine Research Group maps and I can't see anything, so that could be something awaiting discovery. 15 bits of lead. The 16th I thought had something on it, I'm not sure if it does. You tell me. But that means that 30% of the total targets dug were little bits of molten lead. And I've got the 4 coins, the 1887 Victoria penny, Queen Victoria, and of course the final hole, which was this lovely silver 1816, I said 1806, 1816 George III sixpence. I think that was part of the recoinage 1816 after the Napoleonic Wars. He produced several million of these, so they're the most common date to find, I think, but still always nice to find a bit of silver. 2 other coins which are undiscernible, unfortunately. I didn't film this. It's a piece of bronze and it's flattened, so if anyone knows what that is, I thought a bell maybe, but it's got a piece. It's a slightly different shape to a typical crotal bell or something. It's been squashed, as you can see. And I've got 6 buttons. I would say they're Victorian. Nice bit of gilding on the back of a couple of them. It would just focus for me. Anyway, with gilding. A couple of farm tokens. This one's got quite a distinctive H on it. Now whether that H is used as a tally for hops or whether it's the landowner's name, I don't know. They're typically 1700s date, these lead tokens, I do believe. One other token which is fairly undiscernible. Various bits and pieces, a drawer handle, a broken drawer handle. This, although it's a fairly amorphous looking blob, I found this in the field where I found my hoard Roman, and a similar thing, I should say, and I think it's a ring buckle of some description, so it could have some considerable age to it. They were used all different periods, so I think that's a ring buckle, at least medieval. Then 2 musket balls, a bullet, and the usual 2 shotties. There's that glass stopper and bits and pieces of modern fixtures and so on. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll post these items up in pictorial format for you now. See a bit more detail, hopefully.